Women are very different from men. We can't help it. We're created that way. But let's face it, that's one of the things that you guys like about us, is that we're more emotional. We appear to be more sensitive than you are. We're not as big or strong. But we can also be very, very confusing to you. And in part, that's because of our biology. But it's also in part because of the way that we've been raised as girls. We get treated very, very differently than boys do. From the moment that our expectant parents know that we're going to be a girl, they use very different language to describe us. They talk about, oh, the sweet baby, you know, she's going to be so delicate. You know, they may talk about a princess, and the things they pick out for the nursery can be different. Lots of pink. Just lots of different ways of looking at a baby even before she's been born, that give us this feeling for what is going to be ahead for her. Then if you fast forward into toddlerhood, and she is at the park, she's playing, she's having a good time with her friends, and another child starts to pick on her. It doesn't matter if the other child is a boy or a girl or bigger or the same size or whatever. If somebody's picking on her, most often the parent or the caregiver that's there with her at the park will move very, very quickly to rescue her from this invader of her princesshood, if you will. And she gets lots of hugs and kisses and reassurance. And she gets this idea that, you know, my tears mean something. My tears communicate that I need something. And that's a very different experience than a little boy has. Little boys very often will the caregiver will pull back a little bit when a child is picked on, if he happens to be male, and they'll wait to see what he does. And then if he does approach the caregiver with a complaint about what's going on, then the caregiver is more likely to say, what's the problem? And then to ask him how he's going to solve it. So you can see there's a very different training that we get even as toddlers in how to respond to some sort of a crisis or a need for help, a plea for help, if you will. So we're going to continue to try to peel all this stuff apart, get the layers out there, and figure out what it is about women that's so, so simple. And we'll be talking about that again very, very soon.